Today, we're going to be talking about using generative AI to boost your monetization strategy. As Lynette said, my name is Kay Pollock, and I'm really passionate about women in tech and mobile monetization. I routinely speak, publish, and facilitate workshops on these topics. So let's jump into generative AI and your monetization strategy. We're all navigating lots of changes in the tech sector today. It's really moving fast and continual. One of the things that happened this year was X. Twitter was bought by Elon, and that's been pretty crazy. So one way to navigate this really rapid change that we're seeing across the industry is to use generative AI. It won't help you get the blue bird back, but some of the other things that are happening, it will help you navigate. So I'd like to invite you all to do a poll. If you could scan this, I just want to know how the room feels about AI. Are you guys sick of it? Has it been everywhere for the last year? Are you still excited about it? Are you using it? Theoretically, the poll should pop up here. Oh, I see some excitement. Okay, that's good. I think the results may or may not show up. Here we go. Look at that. Okay, a lot of cowboys out there, so people seem excited. A little bit of the party horn. Oh, and some screaming and eye rolling. I thought we might be across the board. So with that said, let's jump in and see how we can use it. So there are 10 shifts right now transforming organizations. And according to McKinsey, in the top 10, applied AI ranks in at number 3. This is against things like the true hybrid model or making meaningful and impactful change on diversity, equity, and inclusion. The fact that AI is listed as number 3 should be enough to grab your attention. And if it's not, this might grab your attention. Companies are expected to pump nearly $100 billion into AI this year alone. That figure will become $2 trillion by 2030. So if you're not paying attention now, you should start. AI is the fastest growing tech trend in hiring right now. You can see companies taking this investment and placing it in their hiring models. It's not just for tech, it's actually hit the mainstream. So as we see these headlines, this is just from one day. It's ranking in and changing things across the globe. It's impacting businesses of all sizes and of all industries. So with that, take 1 second and talk to the people next to you and share one headline that you read about AI this week. If you haven't been following the news, there's a few up here that you can cheat off of. All right, so when I look at artificial intelligence and apps getting combined together, I see a powerful revenue generating machine. And there are 2 ways that this can happen. One is when it's baked into your app, when it's part of the features that you're offering. Maybe you use AI and actually have it giving a new feature. Maybe you allow folks to access this to create things in your app. The other option is to power your work, your day-to-day. What are you and your team spending your time on? Can you outsource some of that to AI? Can you make it a little bit easier? Can you get a little bit more creative? Doing these things is really important to speeding up your work, and we're going to dig into both of these. So, AI and the app ecosystem. I don't know about you, but throughout the day, these apps power my life, and they're all using AI to capture my attention and to keep me engaged in their app. They want to increase engagement, retention, and continued spend. Spotify, Netflix, and Amazon are all looking at what you're purchasing, what you're listening to, what you're watching, and recommending more things for you based off your individual preferences. Gmail is finishing user sentences for them, and I love that. Anything to help me get through that inbox a little bit quicker. I want to talk about Duolingo. So they offered a new feature called Duolingo Max. It's pricing in pretty high at $30 a month or $169 annually in the US. If you buy Duolingo Max, you unlock 2 different features. One of them is a thing that will help you explain what you did right or wrong in that lesson. And that's pretty cool. So you're going through the lesson and you either got it right or wrong, and the AI will tell you why. That's going to help you learn a lot faster. The other one is a role-playing option where you can actually converse with people, or AI rather, characters in the app, and work on your conversational skills in that new language. There's a lot of money here behind AI. I want to talk about how you can use generative AI in your app. You can use it to boost user creation capabilities, providing game-level design, or even outsource some of your chat support. The other thing that's interesting is updating your non-playable character behavior. You can add more depth to the player journey and experience by allowing AI to fuel this. However, it's going to take a lot of time. You're going to have to work cross-functionally. You're going to have to get product and engineering involved. So while you should definitely start now, because it's going to take a development cycle or two, I want to talk about what you can do now with AI in your app to boost your monetization strategy. This is a graph from the Harvard Business Review study. What they did was they gave users 18 different tasks, and they were cohorted into 3 groups. In blue, they did not use AI at all. The green team did use AI, and then the red team was able to actually get some training. So the takeaway is work with AI, but get training to work with AI to get even further. So improving your monetization process. New promotional copy. I know my team spends a lot of time writing that and tweaking that. Outsource it to ChatGPT or Google's Bard. In-app copy, whether it's a pop-up or something baked into the process. You can have it provide copy for new features, upsells, or in-app education. What about those witty release notes you're putting off writing? Outsource it to the AI. You can do it for creatives as well. I found some mixed success. I think that's a little bit early, but the copy has worked out really well for me and my team. You can even feed in those App Store reviews and have AI summarize it for you so you don't have to read all of them. This can help you figure out what you might want to work on next. I want to talk about prompt engineering. It is so important because what you put into the AI affects what you get out. So for all these scenarios, let's imagine you're a match 3 game with an in-app currency of gems. The first suggested prompt, just the basic level, is to write 10 headlines for 25% off a gem pack. There's some options here. These work, but can we get it better? I think we can. Maybe you want it to be funny and lighthearted. We can do that too. If you put the prompt in, you can just say, do it again, but make them funnier. Now, maybe you want it holiday themed. From having spring themed ideas or holiday creatives, it can help you narrow in and be more specific. For example, you can even do really obscure holidays like Arbor Day. Here's some options to sell those gems on Arbor Day. I don't know about you, but as a millennial, I struggle to keep up with the slang. It's pretty hard. You can use it to target any audience, from Gen Z to boomers to millennials. I would also recommend fact-checking it for the top here, best AI prompt, no cap. I did get that from the AI, but I also ran it by a close friend. So always be sure to check your AI. We'll get into that more in a bit. But then the real magic comes when you start combining these together. Taking a look at the prompt, asking for Halloween theme in millennial slang, that will capture your user's attention. One of the things that I like when we're talking about creatives is the campaign that Canva did when they launched text-to-image generator, a panda surfing a wave. Now that gets your attention. You don't see that every day. So I highly recommend slotting in your favorite animal surfing a wave. When I did that, here's what I got. Corgi surfing a wave. So automate your tasks to save time. Look at the ways your team is spending time writing creative or copy, and you can figure out how AI can help speed it up. Develop a process and train the team. And be sure to include fact-checking in this process. We've all seen it where big companies use it and maybe forget to add that checking. The whole point is to work with the AI because you both need each other. Measure the results. You're going to want to look at AI-supported versus non-supported work and define your success metrics in advance. Measure your results and capture qualitative feedback and quantitative. Then optimize for success and keep on testing. Here are some generative AI tools that are popular for text and image. Take a second and talk with your table. Say which generative AI item you have tested and one way you can use it in your app monetization process in the next 2 weeks. Any ideas? Not hearing much. I think we're excited for lunch, but that's okay. Definitely outsource some of your work. All right, so back to the checking piece. We've just opened Jurassic Park, but we haven't yet installed the fences. So you need to check the AI to make sure it's giving you things that you can use. AI created this unfortunate image of a majestic salmon in the river. So the AI needs you too. When I'm talking about teamwork, I really mean partnering with it. You can help the AI not create the unfortunately non-majestic salmon in the river image, but AI can help you too. I wanted to show this one last piece. It's people gathered around the boardroom deciding what they should do for the next quarter or next half. They're looking at transforming their entire business using the generative AI that just wrote a poem about their dog. With that, I wanted to share with you a lovely poem that Google's Bard wrote about my dog. He's long and low with a face so sweet. He's Mr. Tater the Corgi, and he loves to eat. So at the end of the day, AI can help you create beautiful things, but you need to make sure you check it. I can't wait to see what you create and how you can monetize your app even better. Thank you.